Welcome to the Behind the Board on bouncing your mix. Now, this is a pretty simple one. It's not going to be too difficult to follow along with this one. Shouldn't take too long. But first things first, we need a fade at the end of the song. So let's fast forward right to the end of the tune, which is right around here. Looks to be around bar 91. So I'm going to be right around bar 91. Go down to my master and just take a quick listen. Cool, so we just need to make a little manual fade here on the master track. First things first with master tracks, I like to just go ahead and take the master track down the tiniest bit. I'll just do it from the start of the song. So you just grab your hand tool. Here I am, this is the beginning of the song. And I like to take this down just the tiniest bit. Here's negative 0.3 decibels, just to stop having any sort of issue with any sort of peaking or anything like that. I know it's not going to get there. But let's go ahead and now make our fade at the end as well. Looks to be right around here. So yeah, we'll start fading from right there. It's the middle of bar 91. So here we are. Grab that hand tool again, click bar 91, and let's start fading it down like so. We'll see if that's right. I have it fully faded by bar 95. That might be a little long. We'll see. That's a little long. So I'll grab that hand tool again and we'll fade out a little quicker to the middle of bar 93. And that feels good. Fantastic. All right, so now what you want to do is switch back to your slip mode. Grab from the end of your fade, come back to the beginning. Now zoom yourself in, and we want to find where the first hit is, so press spacebar. There it is. So hit shift, and you could change this around a little bit. Here we are. Looking pretty good to me right now. One more little thing to look at here. When you send things out for being mastered, sometimes people have some settings that they want you to use. And if you want to find out where your peak is and sort of things like that, just hold the command button, hit over here until you see peak PK. Usually when you send things out for mastering, they ask you to keep your peak about -4-ish. You don't want it too much hotter than that. Looks like that's where I am to begin with. If you're not there, you could go ahead and adjust this a little bit by bringing up the buses or throwing on a few extra plugins to make it work. But if you're right around there, you know, unless you're down and your peak is around like -20 or something, I wouldn't really adjust too much. If you can get it around that -4 part, that's fantastic. And sooner or later, pretty much all your mixes will just come out over there because that's what you're used to doing. But that's that. So now we highlighted the correct area. Let's press the spacebar, see that we like the start. Feels very natural to me. Fantastic. So now we're going to bounce it out. Just go up to File, Bounce to Disk. And we're bouncing this out to be mastered. So we're going to use different settings than if we were bouncing out for a CD. Right now, if our bounce source is A1, A2, and that's what it should be, because everything's coming out A1, A2. If yours says monitor 1, 2, or something like that, that's good too. That's what you want. You want it wherever your monitors are going to. So our file format is WAV. That's what I'd like to keep it at. The format is interleave. That means we're going to have a stereo recording here. Otherwise, you'll have multiple mono. That'd be 2 mono recordings, or a mono summed, which will take our stereo track and just make it into a single track instead. We don't want to do either of those things. So let's take a look at the bit depth. We recorded at a bit depth of 24 bits, so we're going to keep it there. If we were putting this on a CD, though, we would change this to 16 because we cannot put anything over 16 on a CD. It just won't play back correctly. So we're going to leave it at 24 bit now for the mastering, and then when we bounce out of the mastering, we'll go down to 16. So leave that at 24 bits. Your sample rate is at 44.1 kilohertz. That's how it was recorded, so we'll leave it there. If you recorded at a higher rate, of course, you could put it up to that higher rate, but that didn't make no sense for us right now. You could just change your file name here to first mix, whatever you'd like to choose for it. And it's going to go into the folder that you're working out of into the bounced files area, or you could choose here a different directory. Like you could put this right on your desktop if you'd like to, and that might be what I do actually, just because I want to use this one in the next video. I'm just going to pop this right on the desktop and just hit desktop, perfect, and open that up. So now it's just going right to my desktop. And all you got to do next is hit the bounce button and you're good to go. So thanks for being with me on this one. I'll see you on the next one.